Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Worth It Wednesdays. It's been a rough week. I don't know about you. Anyone else having a rough week? I started out with last week with a lot of great momentum, and I don't know if it's just the cold in the Hudson Valley or if it's the fact that we're a couple weeks into January and all of those wonderful resolutions are starting to get hard and I'm lazy and I'm cold and I just want to be under a blanket drinking tea. But that's how I kind of felt this week. And yeah, so I've been using a lot of really grounding, musky, comforting oils. This one I'm using right now is called White Angelica, and it's just very comforting and calming. It has a lot of earthy oils in it. And it's just been one of those weeks to kind of stop and breathe. So that's what I've been doing a lot of. Everything was going great. Been working on some really great, business ventures. I sound like a tycoon. But yeah, so everything started out great. And, I feel like the Facebook group has been going wonderfully. I've been really inspired and doing a lot of posts and really sharing and feeling really great. And then, I don't know, at some point last week, I watched the Tina Fey interview with Oprah. Oprah is on this wellness tour with WW, formerly Weight Watchers, and she was interviewing Tina Fey, who I just absolutely love and adore and respect. And they were talking about how Tina Fey is a lifetime member of Weight Watchers and how she lost 30 pounds way back when, and how she's kept it off all these years, and how really like the weight loss is what put her in front of the camera and jump started her fame and her career, and how even though it's terrible, it was great for her, and how, she doesn't count points, but she will when it comes time for her to host an awards show. And anyway, I'm watching this whole thing and I'm just like devastated because Tina Fey is just somebody who I really admire. And here I am listening to her talking about how weight loss was changed her life, and it did. I mean, that's the reality. It did. And I started thinking about Oprah and Weight Watchers, and you know, I don't know. It just brings up a lot because look, I'm not here. I am not here to bash Weight Watchers. I mean, as a company, sometimes I get really riled up about it because honestly, it did a number on me, and I felt like I've spent a lot of time trying to kind of heal and come out of a lot of the body dysmorphia and disordered eating that I was a direct result of me being on Weight Watchers and being a Weight Watchers leader. And I've just seen and met so many people who have struggled and who Weight Watchers didn't help. In fact, made things worse. And I also, then they come out with this app where they're targeting children, and it's hard for me not to get really angry at the company, but I also look, I am here to help others find their true health and wellness and happiness. And hey, if that's Weight Watchers, then more power to you. Like, I really genuinely want everyone to find their happiness. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. And it's going to look very different from mine. We're all going to have very different journeys. And I really just want to support that. So I apologize if I've made anybody feel like, that they are, if I don't know. I apologize if I've been Weight Watchers bashing. I'm not probably not going to stop because that's just who I am, and I have a hard time being diplomatic. But I do want to say that this group, Worth It, what I've been doing, how this came to be, really, is about feeling good in your skin. And and I genuinely think on some level that Weight Watchers, or that not Weight, that Oprah is trying to spread that message in her own way. And and I know Amy Schumer is on her video, or on her this tour. She's interviewing her, and there's just so many strong, interesting women that are being interviewed by her, and it's just brought up a lot of mixed emotions for me. And so anyway, I went into this Facebook group that's a support group for other health at every size, intuitive eating, health professionals. And I went on there and I was like, I just watched this interview with Tina Fey, and I don't, I'm like, what's the point? Maybe weight loss really is what we all need and should strive for. And, maybe I'm just going about this wrong. And, maybe this really is the key. Maybe Oprah really is going to lead us all to health and happiness. And, and it was just exactly what I needed. I was so glad I posted there, because there were some other health professionals there who were just like, um, it's giving a different perspective. First of all, thank God I'm not Tina Fey, and I don't have to count points for an award show, as wonderful as her life sounds. That she's in the public eye, and that comes with a lot of um, a lot of pressure that thankfully I don't have to deal with. And I'm very grateful for that. Um, but one person in particular had the best response, where she said, I too have those moments of what's the point? Everyone just wants weight loss. What am I even doing this for? But then I remember my therapist and dietitian who introduced me to intuitive eating and health at every size. And I think about how much my life has improved because of it. It literally saved my life because of my eating disorder. And so I remind myself right now, this message isn't going to resonate with the masses, but I will do for one what I wish I could do for all. It's not for the people who aren't ready yet, but that one person struggling who deserves to hear that there's an alternative to dieting and a weight loss focused life. And it was just exactly what I needed to hear at that time, because I just sort of needed that reminder to stop and breathe, and to just remind myself and remind anyone out there who is watching that there are alternatives to weight loss focused approaches to health and wellness. And if you've ever felt like you are struggling and binging and out of control around food, and just feeling like you are so tied up in knots, um, that was me exactly, and that was how I felt. And discovering health at every size and discovering intuitive eating was just an absolute lifesaver for me. And so I just wanted to say that that's what I'm here for. I'm here to really sort of show an alternative to what we tend, as our society, as a society, we tend to view health and wellness. And I think that, health is a lot simpler than we make it out to be. So, that said, I didn't want to get this video to be too long, but I really wanted to thank everybody who's been here. And it's one thing to invite a bunch of my friends to this Facebook group, but it's been another thing to watch my Facebook friends inviting their friends. And so welcome to all of the new people to this group. I'm so excited that you're here, and I hope you're watching the videos, and I hope you're getting something out of these posts, and I hope something's resonating with you. I'm going to post a link to a video that I made a couple years ago about Worth It, and how it came to be, and what my story is, if you're curious as to who I am and what my background is. But yeah, anyway, hang in there if you're having a rough week, and let me know what's going on or how this community can support you. And if you watched the video with Tina Fey, or you want to go and watch it and come back and tell me your thoughts, let me know, because I've been, it's an ongoing struggle living in this world we live in. So anyway, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week, and yeah, take care. You are worth it. Here it comes.
What they will Kitty, da 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 da. What they will Kitty, da 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 da. What they will Kitty.